Welcome to Something Fun with September. Today I'll be showing you how to make the best bath bombs. I'll also give you a few tips and tricks to help you create your own unique bombs featuring your favorite scents and colors. You can find a lot of great ideas online to help you get started. The ingredients we'll be using can be found around your own house sometimes, but if you don't have them on hand, they are relatively inexpensive items used commonly for cooking and for baking, so you can use the excess ingredients for other things when you're done. The items we'll be using include citric acid, baking soda, cornstarch, coconut oil, food coloring, measuring cups, molds, and oils. I recommend using a large mixing bowl and having rags and paper towels on hand for messes, and gathering any additional embellishments like sprinkles or flowers. You may also need additional substitute ingredients if you have sensitivities, which can easily be researched online. Here is the specific recipe I'm using currently. It yields about 12 medium-sized bombs, and today I'm using strawberry essential oil and red food coloring to create a strawberry pink coloration. The active ingredients in bath bombs are the baking soda, seen here, and the citric acid, which I'm adding now. When combined and exposed to water, these ingredients will fizz up and create quite a fun display for your bath time. Here you can watch me as I mix my ingredients together. Just like with baking, you'll want to combine your dry ingredients first and then add your wet ingredients slowly while mixing. I personally prefer to mix most of my ingredients together and then slowly add in the rest of the measurements. In this video, you can see me splitting up the citric acid and the coconut oil into two separate applications, which helps me keep an eye on my consistency. Make sure you dig your fingers to the bottom of the bowl and get everything mixed together really well. You'll want to stir quickly when adding the wet ingredients to make sure that they don't activate the citric acid or the baking soda too soon. Otherwise, all the fizz will fizz out before our bombs make it to the bath, which means they will colorize and scent the water, but without the dramatic display. Splash your mixture with water as needed to get your mixture moist but not runny, and then squeeze some of the mixture together to see if it keeps the shape you give it and stays together even if you bounce it on your hand a little bit. Now it's time to add my color and scent. I disperse a few drops of oil and a splash of food coloring to kick it off. You'll see that I mix it very thoroughly before deciding if I want to add more color or scent. For my bright pink color, I added more drops a couple of different times and mixed it all together very thoroughly. As you add ingredients and more moisture, continue checking the consistency and doing the squeeze test. Again, make sure that you are scraping the bottom of the bowl and mixing everything together really well. Alright, well now we're ready to fill the molds. The best way to create bombs with these kinds of plastic molds is to keep your mixture loose and to overfill each side of the molds with much more bomb mix than is needed. If you are adding sprinkles to the top of your bath bombs, you can put them into one side of the mold like this and then fill it up with the mixture. Overfilling each side means that when you press the sides together, the loose mixture will compress and stick to itself, holding up the shape of the mold. You can tap out excess powder and continue squeezing before setting the bombs to the side to dry and harden. Some people like to take their bombs out of the molds immediately, and some prefer to let them stay in the molds while they dry. If you have enough molds to do this, you can. And now that you know what you're doing, go ahead and fill up the rest of the molds that you have, or continue to create bath bombs and set them to the side in a nice, cool, dry place overnight. Personally, if I have a lot of bombs in one scent, I'll add more color and scents to the rest of my mixture to create other options for myself at bath time. Here I've added violet oil and blue food coloring to create variety within my bombs. And just like with the strawberry bombs, I used sprinkles to adorn my bombs. But I also want to show you guys how I like to use flowers. Here you can see me cutting up some purple petals to add into my mixture, which is one of my favorite things to do with my bath bombs. After your bombs have hardened and cooled for a day or two, you are ready to drop them into your bathtub. Allowing the bombs to cool means that the coconut oil will solidify, which happens when it is 75 degrees. At 76 degrees, the coconut oil will start to melt, which is what you are seeing here. In warm bath water, the coconut oil will continue to melt slowly, exposing each subsequent layer of active ingredients to the water, creating a more lengthy display than if we dropped our bombs in immediately. I've sped this video up, but this recipe creates bombs that took almost a full 3 minutes to melt and finish their show. How hot your water is will determine how quickly your bomb melts. By changing up scents and colors, you can create a diverse pile of bath bombs for any day that you need a special bath time indulgence. The coconut oil is not only the crucial factor in prolonging the melt of your bath bombs, but it is also the ingredient that makes your skin soft and hydrated. Sometimes I'll add Epsom salt for sore muscles, but you can find out more about that by looking up ideas online. I hope you guys had fun learning this skill. These bath bombs make for great gifts for your friends, for your family, and for yourself. I encourage you to explore and find the particular ways in which you like to make your own unique bath bombs. Thank you for joining me today. Good luck out there, and stay creative.